Every story holds a light. Welcome to Heartside Stories. Among all the prophets in history, there was one with a truly strange journey. Imagine spending 3 days inside a great fish and living to tell the story. But this isn't about the fish. It's about a man who ran from God and was found by his love.
The story of Jonah. I am Jonah, son of Amittai, an Israelite. The Lord called me to be his prophet. The Lord once spoke to me about the restoration of Israel, and I proclaimed his promise to our people. I truly believed in that promise, that he would lift our nation again. Surely he knew my faith. Then one day the Lord said to me, "Go to the great city of Nineveh. Tell them that their evil has reached up to heaven." I could not understand. Nineveh, our enemy, the city that crushed my people, shouldn't the Lord of Justice punish them? Why would he send me to warn them? I couldn't accept it. So I turned away from his presence. I fled toward Tarshish, the opposite direction of Nineveh. I hurried down to Joppa, paid my fare and boarded a ship. If only I could escape from the Lord's eyes. Out on the sea, a fierce wind began to blow. The ship swayed wildly and thunder shook the sky. The captain found me asleep and shouted, "How can you sleep now? Get up and pray to your God. Maybe he will think of us and save us." The sailors cast lots to find out who had brought this disaster, and the lot fell on me. They asked, "Who are you? What have you done?" I answered, "I am a Hebrew. I worship the Lord, the God who made the sea and the land, but I am running away from him." The waves grew higher and higher. They cried, "What should we do to calm the sea?" I said, "Throw me into the sea, and it will become calm again. This storm has come because of me." They were terrified and prayed to the Lord, "Lord, please do not punish us for this man's death." Then they lifted me up and threw me into the sea. And suddenly the raging water became calm. "The Lord has saved us. Offer a sacrifice. Praise his name." I sank deep into the sea. The cold water wrapped around me. All sound vanished. I could not breathe. The darkness pulled me under. Then the Lord sent a great fish, and it swallowed me. Inside it was narrow and damp and completely dark. The air was heavy and still. In that silence, I began to pray. "Lord, please hear me." From despair, I called your name. 3 days and 3 nights passed. Then the Lord commanded the fish, and it spat me out onto dry land. I lay on the sand. Salt stung my lips, and sunlight burned my eyes. But I was alive, even in the depths of death. The Lord had not left me. Kneeling there, I prayed. In my distress, I called to the Lord. From the depths of death, I cried for help, and you heard my voice. You threw me into the heart of the sea, and the waves swept over me. I thought I was banished from your sight, yet I looked again toward your holy temple. Water closed over me and seaweed wrapped around my head. I sank to the base of the mountains. But you, Lord my God, but you, O Lord my God, raised my life from the pit. When I was losing hope, I remembered you. My prayer reached you in your holy temple. Those who follow false gods forget your love. But I will thank you and keep my promise to bring you my offering. Salvation comes from the Lord alone. Then the word of the Lord came to me again. Go to the great city of Nineveh. Proclaim the message I give you. This time I obeyed. Nineveh was a vast city. It took 3 days to walk through it. I went 1 day's journey and shouted, 40 days more and Nineveh will be destroyed. Repent and turn back to God. To my surprise, the people believed God. They fasted and prayed. Everyone, from the greatest to the least, put on sackcloth. When the king heard the message, he left his throne, took off his royal robe, put on sackcloth, and sat in ashes. He proclaimed, no one, not even the animals, shall eat or drink. Let everyone wear sackcloth and cry out to God. Stop doing evil and stop hurting others. Maybe God will forgive us and let us live. When God saw that they turned from their evil ways, He had mercy on them and did not bring the disaster He had planned. When I heard this, I grew angry. Our enemies, the ones who destroyed us, were forgiven. I prayed, Lord, isn't this what I said before? That's why I ran away to Tarshish. I knew you are gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love, a God who changes his mind about bringing punishment. I knew you would save them. Now, Lord, take my life. It's better for me to die than to live. But the Lord said, Jonah, is it right for you to be angry? I gave no answer. I went out of the city and built a small shelter. I sat in its shade and waited to see what would happen. Then the Lord caused a plant to grow over me. It gave me shade and comfort. A cool breeze brushed my face, and I felt peace. But the next morning, God sent a worm that ate the plant, and it withered. When the sun rose, a hot east wind blew. The sun burned on my head, and I grew faint. I muttered, it would be better for me to die than to live. But God said, is it right for you to be angry about the plant? I said, yes, angry enough to die. And the Lord said, you cared about this plant, though you did not plant it or make it grow. It came up in one night and died the next. Should I not care about the great city of Nineveh? There are more than 120,000 people there who do not know right from wrong. And many animals too. I was silent. The storm inside me was gone. Now I felt his heart. The Lord's love reaches beyond Israel. It reaches every living thing. His love was stronger than my anger, greater than all my plans. He changed Nineveh, and he changed me. I wept. His love is patient. His love never gives up. Before such kindness, I bowed my head with tears.
Until next time, keep the story close to your heart.